Poetry of Resistance podcast.
Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao.
Non basterà, non basterà.
Co-funded by the European Commission under the CERV program.
Ouvimos e lemos, não podemos ignorar.
So we're here to talk about poetry of resistance. Now that the project is coming to an end, it's time to think about it, to remember how it went during this past year, and to evaluate what we liked the most, what were the most difficult things to achieve. We're here with Nazaré from Globers, Roman from Eurosud, and Conceição from Cais 1515. I will pass the microphone to Conceição, and then she will talk with you. Okay.
Okay. To evaluate in last day, it's difficult because it was a completely full day, full of emotions, because everyone, I think, has felt that the totalitarianisms haven't stopped, and remembering what in our countries, in Italy, in Spain, in Portugal, has been done, and comparing the things that have happened, we became frightened, I think, because we are doing it again. And doing it again after seeing all the suffering people went through is quite atrocious, I think. And we need to alert people. We need to be critical because we don't want to repeat the past. We want to build a future. And building a future without remembering the past, it's quite... It couldn't happen. We must be critical by remembering, and by remembering we will do, I hope, things better. The project has been very interesting because when we study, when we read all the reports, we see that we are from southern countries, of course, but the techniques, the dictators are the same. They do the same thing in the same way, Even in Spain, I've read a few days ago about forgetting and about all the scars that Spain has, about Franco's atrocities, and about softening the process of dictatorship. And I understand it's even worse, I think, that it has been in Portugal, because we have spoken openly about the process here in Portugal. In Spain, I don't quite know the reality, but I read the news and I think if they need a law about desmemoria, it's difficult yet. It has yet a big scar, but and
It's not a solved issue.
no, it's not a solved issue, not at all. But we must speak about it. We must alert people. We must think about things, and this was a great project to do it, because when we read poetry, when we know people that have the courage to resist, it's good, Bogdan is my pupil since 3 years now, and I've met when Ukraine was invaded. He told me about the poet Shevchenko. He showed me the poem. It's quite the resistance poem of the time. It's so beautiful, and Shevchenko says what all of our poets in Italy, in Portugal, in Spain say. It's our country. Please don't murder it. Please let us think freely. And that's the real aim of the poet, speaking freely, thinking freely to create a better world, I think. So?
Yeah. So yes, of course. I, as an Italian resident, I'm completely agree with you. Even more as Ukrainian, yes. Well, all these things with propaganda, with fake news, with other problems and issues that aren't solved and that create all these tragic situations. And I don't know what to add, but also all this project was, I think, will have a great impact also for the younger people, for not only in Portugal but also in all Europe. I hope that also the distribution of our project, of our podcasts, of our conferences, and all the stuff that we have done here will arrive to more people. Yeah.
Well, I would say in Spain, it's been a roller coaster of emotions. These 2 years has been really tough in a way. At the very beginning, when we started with the project, approaching the public in a way, as you mentioned, the scars are still there. Like it's so emotional that in a way it was very complicated. First, to tackle the stakeholders. When we approached and told them the project, what it was all about, they said well, this has no place to be here. Which approach are you going to take? But then when they realized that it was based on art, in music, in poetry, so everything softened up. And I'm really happy to see after these 2 years of work, we had a great impact locally. I would say all the local organizations got involved bit by bit in the project. We got involved many artists and poets and writers, and many emotions flew through the whole process. So it was very emotional and really impactful. So I'm really happy we went through all these problems at the very beginning, because I truly believe we had a good base to keep on talking about the subject openly and peacefully, and I think that's what we are looking for. So
just to summarize everything we are saying to each other, I would like to ask you quick questions and ask you to give me quick answers also. So I would like you to tell me what during the different stages of the project, what you like the most, what you find most difficult during these years, and finally what you think this project will be its future, because we end now, but the seeds we put on the ground, how will they grow in our countries, with our young people and in Europe? So what you like the most, what you find most difficult, and the future of what we have been doing. We can now go this way.
What I like the most, I think it was the connection between the organizations and the people. So we managed to get very young people together and very old people together for poetry. So that was amazing. The most difficult part, the local authorities, to convince them we were fighting for something good. that it was going to be meaningful. And what I see in the future, which is already happening in our region, we established like a youth poetry club, and we start like writing at night, and it's together with the local poetry club, the eldest one. So like that connection is already there. So it's built, and we already talking about that.
Different generations.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's really nice because it's a youth organization plus the elders organization. So I'm really happy with that. It's already there.
Okay, honestly, I have been engaged in most of preparations for this project because I'm participating only in the last part of the final stage. But I have been also engaged in preparing some podcasts from Italy, video audio podcast about poetry, and there was a lot of really nice and artistic stuff that we have explored with different really interesting person, and about difficult parts unfortunately I don't know because I haven't participated in that stage, but I imagine how difficult it is to create and manage some project in this of this type of this scale. For the future also also logistic and also other connection between association between countries. So I hope that in future maybe we could also enlarge these connections, also logistics with other countries and other associations.
The most interesting is to discover about other countries, because of course we know there's dictatorships, but we didn't know the very details of it. And I've read lots of things about Italy and about Spain. I've read a book about, of an historian about Lei de Desmemoria. I've read some Italian works, and I loved it. You know, to see that in other countries, other people suffered as much as we did. It's interesting, and it appealed to me. The most difficult thing is, because I work in a school, to maintain, because we work in school years. I did not have the same groups last year and this year, because last year I had finalists. They went to university to begin the work again with a different group, but as interesting as the other group. To maintain the interest, it's difficult, of course. I'm very tired, but at the same time, I can't even express the feeling of joy of the moments I've spent today with you, you know, because I think that that our pupils felt the same through art, through what they have learned, through whatever they have heard. The seeds still remain, I hope, and they will grow in different ways, because this is not about the past, this is about the future and about the present, and people all over the world are suffering and are struggling. They don't have the same privileges that we are having in the places we live today. Liberty of expression is quite usual, but people struggle for it all over the world, and that we mustn't never forget, I think.
So, learning about the past, celebrate our present together, and also together build our future. This project was all about that three goals. Thank you very much, Conceição, Roman, Nazareth, and congratulations for this project.
Poetry of Resistance podcast.
Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao.
Non basterà, no passarão.
co-funded by the European Commission under the CERV program.
Temos ouvido